We know that the cell membrane, the bacterial cell basically is composed of the cell envelope, and the cell envelope it includes the everything which is present outside. That means all the membrane or all the layer which are present outside the plasma membrane. Therefore, cell envelope includes the plasma membrane. Outside the plasma membrane is a cell wall, and an additional layer is present that is present outside the cell wall, which is usually known as the glycocalyx. Okay, so in this lecture, we'll discuss about the glycocalyx and the plasma membrane. So, glycocalyx is the outermost covering of the bacterial cell, and it is mainly composed of the mucus as well as with the polysaccharides. So, we can say that the glycocalyx is generally a mucopolysaccharide layer, and their main role is in the protection. That is, it helps in protect the bacterial cell against the bacterial the host immune system, as well as they are helpful in providing to the adherence to the particular surface of the to the particular surface in providing the adherence to the bacteria. And the glycocalyx is exist in the two form. The two form, that is the slime layer, either in the form of the slime layer or in the form of the capsule layer. So we'll discuss about the slime layer and the capsule layer in detail. Okay, the capsule and the slime layer are just the existence of the glycocalyx. Okay, glycocalyx. And the capsule is much more rigid in the structure, while the slime layer is somewhat loosely attached, or we can say it is a zone of diffuse, which is usually present at the outside of a bacterial cell, that is the outside of the cell wall of the bacteria. And when we talk about the composition of the capsule, they are generally made up of polysaccharide, and some other molecule are also present. For example, the polysaccharide or some glycoprotein or polypeptide, they are present in the case of the capsule. For example, in the case of the Bacillus anthracis, they are generally made up of polypeptide. Okay, polypeptide, basically poly D glutamic acid. Okay, poly D glutamic acid. And the main role of the capsule is in the pathogenicity to the particular host organism. Means they are responsible for causing infection and are responsible for the virulence to the host organism. That is why it helps in protecting the bacterial cell from hiding away or from hiding from the host immune system. So, their main role is in the pathogenicity. For example, in the Streptococcus pneumoniae, okay, they are responsible for causing the pneumonia as well as in the ear infection. Okay, and only those strain or those bacteria which have the capsule layer in them, that only will cause the infection in the host organism. And if this capsule is absent, then the S pneumoniae will not cause infection to the host. That is why they get phagocytosed with the host immune system and are not responsible for causing the disease in the host. So they are recognized easily by the host immune system. That is why they are phagocytosed. And they are rigid structure, that is why they are visible under the microscope. They have a defined and a compact structure which are clearly visible under the microscope. And due to their rigid nature, they are firmly attached to the bacterial cell surface. That is why they are helpful in providing the adherence to the bacterial cell surface. And the main functions include the protection from the phagocytosis, which I have already discussed, that their main role is in the pathogenicity, because this capsule layer basically help in providing or hiding the bacterial cell from the host immune system. Otherwise, this capsule is not present, they are get phagocytosed with the host immune system. They are detected that certain foreign body is present in the host organism, so they are phagocytosed with the host immune system. They are responsible for the biofilm also. So these are the general characteristic of the capsule. While in the slime layer, it is loosely arranged. They are not a firmly rigid structure, loosely arranged, or it is generally known as the zone of a diffuse. And their composition basically, it includes the substance such as the polysaccharide, protein, and other materials are present, and they are easily removed and easy to remove from the bacterial structure because of their loosely attached nature. And since they are not planar structure, they are not rigid structure, so they are not easily visible under the microscope. And basically, they are responsible for providing the bacterial motility. For example, in the case of the gliding bacteria, usually they have a slime layer in them, and which are mainly responsible for providing the motility. They are not as directly related to the pathogenicity. They generally contribute to the chronic infection if they are present by help in by formation of the biofilm on the host tissue or on the particular medical devices. Now, what are the S layer? The S layer is generally, we can say, it is a covering ordered covering is present outside the bacterial surface, which is known as the S layer, and they are generally made up of protein and glycoprotein. This S layer is present in both the gram positive as well as the gram negative bacteria. If they are present in the gram negative bacteria, they are non-covalently attached to the outer membrane of the gram negative bacteria. And if this S layer is present in the gram positive bacteria, they are get attached to the peptidoglycan layer. Okay, so this S layer is present on both the outer surface of the cell, and either as the outermost layer or immediately adjacent to the cell wall. Their structure is usually they form the or the two-dimensional lattice structure, and they are helpful in providing the protection, that is, they act as a protective barrier against the environmental threat. Environmental threat means they protect the cell from the pH imbalance, the osmotic stress, we can say, or the cell against the ion concentration gradient. So all these environmental threat, the protection is provided with the S layer only. Their S layer is also helpful in providing the or maintaining the shape to the bacterial cell, because the rigidity of the cell envelope is mainly responsible by the S layer. Rigidity of the cell envelope. The adherence, they play a role in the cell adherence to the surface and the host tissue, as well as in the antigenic variation. Antigenic variation means some S layer protein, they can undergo the antigenic variation, thus allowing the bacteria to evade the host immune system. Means they help in the bacteria, especially the pathogenic bacteria, to hide themselves against the host immune system.